Yo, welcome to a new series, one that I never thought I'd be doing. Um, but I am finally getting into football, something that I never thought would be happening. Um, I'm a Spurs fan. Crazy. Team I chose. Was recommended to me by a few people, that or Man City. But I chose Spurs. But rather than I could easily choose Wolves or choose Forest or choose Man United or choose Leeds or Brighton, right? And just choose not to sell anyone because they already, I feel like, have their foundation built. I am going to take a wheel and I'm going to choose, or the wheel is going to choose whether I will be a Premier League team, a Ligue 1 team, a Bundesliga team, a Serie A team, or a La Liga team. Where is it? Right here, La Liga. And that wheel is going to tell me which league I'm going to play in. And then I'm going to take a random number generator, right, and put however many clubs are in that league. And I'm going to randomize a number, and I'm going to take that number and match it up with whatever team. Actually, it'd be better if it's wheel. I'll make a wheel of every club in that league. And I'm going to spin that wheel. And that wheel is going to tell me which club we are going to rebuild. And we are going to rebuild that club until we win our respective league. And hopefully, ideally, eventually, win the Champions League. I'll see you guys at the wheel in just a moment. All right, here I am at the wheel. We're going to spin to see which league we're going to ball out in. Okay, so we hooping in Serie A. I'm not too upset about that. Second best league in the world, baby. Let's go. And then this one is Premier League. This one is La Liga. I think this is the one. Yes, it is. All right, let's spin the wheel. I'm not gonna try to pronounce that. I'm gonna say it wrong, and someone's gonna get offended. Um, Bologna, Bologna. We're gonna figure that out. That's the first order of business is how to pronounce that club's name. But we're gonna take this club to the Champions League eventually, and it's gonna be awesome. I have a new I have a new non-Premier League to follow. Premier League club to follow. Let's go. All right, we're gonna take Bologna, and we're gonna pop off. Let's go. We ain't gonna edit anything for now. Now we're gonna do the settings. Honestly, I low-key wish I did the live start point so we could be super realistic. But here we go. We're gonna do authentic. We're gonna be playing on world class. I suck at the game, by the way, so we're probably gonna lose a lot to start until I get locked in and learn how to play the game well. We're gonna turn on deeper simulation. We're gonna turn on Premier League, obviously, Ligue 1, Bundesliga. We got to turn on, where is it? La Liga. And then I think the best thing we can do, because we are Serie A, if I can find the Italian flag, is Italy's second league. Kind of just see what's going on in the league down there. The manager market's going to be on. I'm going to turn off board expectations or no sacking, because if we get sacked, because the expectations are honestly kind of broken in this game. My friend spent 8 hours building Juventus, and he got sacked because he didn't win the Champions League or something, which is crazy. Even when he was on lenient. So I'm going to turn on no sacking, and yeah, and we'll pop off. We're going to turn on unexpected events because those are super sim and they're fun. We're not going to do any points deductions, but the unexpected events frequency is going to be on high. Currency, I know dollars, right? I'm familiar with dollars. But we're going to ball with euros. Manager market realism is going to be tough. It doesn't super matter for me. But other managers moving around, because this is going to be a multi-year rebuild, right? Hopefully it takes up until FC27 comes out, and then we can start over again. What was the other one? Transfers and scouting. Transfers are going to be on. Negotiation realism is going to be realistic, and transfer approaches are going to be strict. And that's kind of how we're going to ball. We're going to get into the league. I'm going to learn the club, and we're going to take over. And it's going to be a blast. We are going to name the file, obviously, Bologna. And this is going to be the start of an incredible journey.
Signore e signori, siamo lieti di dare il benvenuto al nuovo allenatore.
Low-key, this goes crazy. If I want to be super realistic, what I'm going to do, and you guys can tell me to change this if it gets annoying. Honestly, I might change it if it gets annoying. You're going to take the audio into Italian, because that's sim. We're playing in the Italian league, so I mean, why wouldn't we? I have to download it. That's crazy. We're going to download the Italian language. Let's take a peek at our academy. We are in Syria, and we have a 94. Because I got the good version, the ultimate edition of this game, I do have a 94 potential. Hopefully, a 90 plus potential Youth Academy prospect, Slaven Dabic. Hopefully he's a him. He looks kind of slow though, so you never know. But we're gonna keep him around. Some people release them. I'm not gonna do that. We're gonna need all the help we can get. But yeah, we're gonna take a peek at the squad and get into it. Make some transfers, hopefully. We're going to pop off. It's going to be a blast. All right, so here we are going to look at our squad. This prospect looks awful, right? Maybe he's 6'8". I don't know what his potential is, but he's 52 overall. He's 17 and 6'8", so maybe keeping him around might be worth it, but I'm going to doubt it. I'm thinking we'll keep this cat, Skorupski, around for a little bit. But we have guys like Thomas Giller looks like he could be good. He might go on the transfer market by the end, like by January. Like, same with this guy. Honestly, I think I'm going to add him on the transfer list right now because I don't think we're doing anything significant year one. I think this is going to be a big turnover year where we try to get cornerstones and young prospects is what we're going to do. And transfer a lot of guys out, unfortunately. This guy can probably hit the transfer list. This guy can for sure hit the transfer list. You're out of here. Right. Our squad is kind of mid. This guy could be a cornerstone or Cellini. But yeah, a lot of these guys are going to have to go on the transfer list. Right? No ifs, ands, or buts. If you're old and under 80 overall, you're hitting the transfer list, right? No ifs, ands, or buts. Because we need to make room and make money for young cats. Right? Honestly, Torbjorn might have to hit the transfer list eventually too. Like, sure, he's 26, but he's only 20 or 73 overall. Right, this team is not good. Kind of objectively, it's a super mid team. And that's good, right? We're having fun. We're having a great time. Someone's hurt. Who's hurt? I saw someone with like an ACL. Oh. At CF. Okay. Never mind. I'm blind. But yeah, we are going to need a huge turnover. So we're going to hire some youth scouts. Probably this cat. And this cat. We're going to send him probably to Europe. He can go to France for 6 months. And I think I want him to scout, like, offense for us. Just, like, every forward position. This guy, I think we want to go to Brazil for 9 months. He's going to scout a bunch of defense for us. And I'm probably doing this awfully. And there's no way to go back. This guy can go to England for 6 months. And he can scout us midfielders. And maybe we can find a gem striker from this guy. And then as far as transfers, we need to hire some, like, incredible scouts. Ideally, like, 5 stars across the board. This guy's the best we're going to get. If Germany is, like, he's familiar with Germany. He's from Germany. I don't know if that, like, means anything, but we can send him to Germany. And we're going to have him scout, like, prospects. Like, guys under 18. We're going to need someone in England, too. We already got that covered. All right. Honestly, low-key, if I could find, like, a Bodo Glimt cat that is developable, or somewhere in Norway, that might be nice. But maybe not. I'm Clown. Maybe not our best scout over there. Probably should have sent him to Spain. I'm dense. We're going to send... someone to France. Western... I'm so dense. Anyways, yeah. And then instructions. For these guys, we are going to set the minimum at 16. We are going to make the maximum, honestly, 22 years old. With a maximum of 3-year contract, right? People who are just pieces. They're going to be... like, we are going to want like, world-class or first-team players. Or world-class or, like, incredible prospects. And honestly, we don't want first-team prospects. Ideally, we just get world-class prospects. But, like, you can't be greedy. You feel me? Like, if they're prospects, they can be young. Or, like, if they're first-team quality, they can be young. But, like, we're not in a position to be super greedy right now. We can try. Hopefully it works. But I don't know. Training plan. Probably tinker with this. I think we want them intense. If they are under, like, 40. No, we're not ready. And then, like, if they're getting to low sharpness, we want them to be training, like, pretty heavily. But we also don't want them to be tired. And this is going to be tinkered with because it's not perfect, right? These are going to be, like, overlapping a lot of the time. What are these emails? Oh, just scouting. We're hiring coaches. And I think actually we need to set our tactical preset first. And I think honestly, wing play is awesome. Wing play is super fun. I think we want to play high pressing though. Keep it tight. Can I leave? Yes, I can. And now we're going to go hire coaches. There are no good high pressing coaches. That's awesome. That's sick, dude. They're all awful. What is going on, dude? Looks like we're not going to be high pressing. But we're not going to park the bus either, because that's super dumb. Balance might not be awful, actually. Like, for now. Yeah, standard to start might not be bad. It's easy to look at standard and be like, hey, standard sucks because, I don't know, whatever reason you might have. just because it's basic, but it could be good, you know? You never know. We do want a strong midfield. Midfield is super important, in my opinion, and obviously I don't know Ball, we've established this. But I think midfield, in my opinion, is the most important part of a squad. If we can find a 5-star keeper coach, that'd be preferable. But it might not be happening. Honestly, I don't think we're reaching the 25 for midfield. We can try to reach it. We have one position open. So I think we're going to add it to attacking. Right. Our coaches aren't great, but hopefully we can get some more eventually. But we can go ahead and set up our tactics. Honestly, I don't love 4-3-2-1. I really like 4-3-3. But we might not be able to. I think we have really good outside midfielders, but not the best. Honestly, this might be bad, or might not be bad. Like, that might be what we started as, and I might just be a clown. But, you know, it works. We're just going to try to give everyone, for the most part, their best. Their best thingy. This guy can be an inside forward because we don't want two wingers, in my opinion. Yeah, I just don't think it's the most smart thing in the world to have two wingers, but that's just me. And, like, this is going to be different. It's going to change quite often, honestly. But, like, as we get new players, this is going to change, and what we have everyone doing is going to change. And as I learn ball more over the course of the year, and you guys hopefully give me advice, hopefully I'm going to attract a lot of football fans with these videos. And hopefully it's going to be a good way to grow and just learn about the sport, because that's honestly a lot of my goal outside of just like having fun. But yeah, I'm really excited. That's kind of just, we're set up now, so we got to get our dev plans. That's right. This guy can be a goalkeeper, right? He's 6 foot, what? Was it 6'8"? I'm not sure. Maybe he can develop. I honestly genuinely doubt it, but who knows? And we're kind of just going to develop people based on what they're currently good at. A lot of these guys probably aren't even going to stay on the club. But, you know, we'll see what happens. Honestly, I'm just kind of giving these the pluses that they already have. Make them better at what they're good at and not ever, like... I want people good at everything and kind of not just, like, jack of all trades, master of none. You feel me? And, like, the young guys will be able to get multiple. So... yeah. Hopefully, honestly, I'm looking at Benjamin Dominguez. He's 73 overall at 21 years old. Maybe we can develop him. Maybe we can develop Jonathan Rowe. Like, there are pieces that we can and probably will keep around for a while, ideally. But a lot of these guys, I don't know how their future looks, to be completely honest. And honestly, right, Giovanni Fabian is probably going to get more playing time, like especially towards the end of the season, than Odegaard. And I'm probably pronouncing a lot of these names wrong, and it's probably pissing a lot of, if there are any Bologna fans out there watching this, I'm probably PMOing a lot of you guys. But that's okay. This guy's slow and old. I want a poacher, right? Need me a poacher. We're going to make this guy a poacher, actually. Castro's probably going to stay with the team for a long time, too. Unless we get, like, an insane youth academy striker prospect. But Santiago Castro looks honestly pretty dang good for his age and overall, which is all I'm looking at. But that's it for the setup. We can advance to the first game day, the first match. But I think that's, for the most part, all I have for this video. A lot of, like, the meat and potatoes of it is going to be a little bit later. Sorry I'm showing you. You just don't fit my vision for this team's future. It's bound to happen when you get a new owner. That's a lot of money. But it's also not a lot of money at all. Do I have him on the transfer list? We were just talking about this cat. I'm going to block offers for him. Ain't no way. I'm actually going to stop streaming. We're going to get into a lot of transfer stuff in the next video. Kind of see how things play out once my scouts start doing their job. Once my youth scouts start doing their job. Which probably won't be for a while. But yeah, we can get into a lot of this team management stuff as far as, like, moving pieces around in the next video. But that's going to be it for now, guys. Bye-bye.